What's the date today?
Today is February 5th.
Oh, nice. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to HollingsWorthless podcast. This will be for Wednesday, February 6th. As always, I'm one of the hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth.
Certainly are.
And we have...
Cocaine.
Our guest.
Okay.
You're like, what the fuck is happening?
No one's ever ready for it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing we do.
And our guest this week, buddy of mine, one of my favorite comics, alive or dead. You like that?
We just work. I prefer the other way, alive.
Let me get your credits out.
Go ahead.
I haven't even said your name yet for people listening. He's a finalist of Last Comic Standing, has a special on Comedy Central, was part of Dave Attell's Underground on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And big fan.
Movies and TVs.
Okay, excuse me. Can I do this?
Okay, go ahead.
King of Queens. What else? No, just like, okay.
King of Queens.
Jimmy Shubert.
Entourage did 4 episodes. Entourage, 15
Go.
episodes. King of Queens. Go. Coyote Ugly, 1 hour. Photo bunch of them. Go to JimmyShubert.com. They can see the credits, or it's all on the page. Yeah. It's good to be here.
Jimmy Shubert.
We just worked together Sunday night.
Yes.
At the Laugh Factory in Las Vegas, and now we're sitting in.
How about that host, man?
The host was fantastic.
Aw.
Yeah, Big Irish Day came up. I mean, with a lovely surprise. You and Bronx Billy come out.
Oh yeah, Billy O'Connor.
Billy
Oh, I
O'Connor.
love Billy.
He was in Vegas.
So yeah, I've run into him a bunch of times, but yeah, he's a good egg, and so these guys come walking up. I was like, that was a great little surprise. And Dom Herrera was there.
Yeah.
It was a cool little
Jesus.
hang. Robert Dave came in because he was at the 7 o'clock. Rich Little show, and Rich Little does his hour show with all these old impersonations. If you grew up in the era, I mean, all that stuff, like, it's great. He does all these great impressions, tells these stories, uses all these visual aids. The guy's 82. He's still doing 3 shows away. It was great. It's just such a, I've seen that show twice last time I was there. It's a great one-man show. And then our 8:30 show starts, and then Saturday and Friday they do a midnight show there with Carl.
Yeah.
So it was a great weekend to kind of hang out.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Davi, the actor, came in, and we almost got him to stay for our show. But yeah, it was a great hang. I love the club. It's good to see Harry Basil, and it's it's kind of
Jason Lawhead.
Jason Lawhead was there, and of course we saw Brett Ernst and Paul Verzi over at the on Tuesday night. We went over there and hung out. And we hung out with Mike Gaffney all week, who was over at Brad Garrett's joint. So it was like a cool little
That's great.
Vegas week.
Yeah, I was. So I went to Vegas to my old roommate Yates, who I hadn't seen in like 15 years. He told me he was going to Vegas for a bachelor party, Super Bowl Sunday.
Right.
I was like, I'll drive out. We'll watch the game out there. And then I hit up Harry I was just asking him for a guest spot. I was like, hey, you think Saturday you might have anything? He was like, are you going to be here Sunday? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, you want to host the show? And I said, sure, not even knowing who it was, because I was like, I can get a little scratch while I'm out there.
Fraser Smith was hosting the show,
Right.
But he had to take off because he had to get back to L.A. to do his show. So.
Who's great. I love Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser's great. We had fun all week, man. We were cracking each other up. And, and then you came in Sunday. So it was a cool, fun week. Got to see a bunch of people. Vegas is kind of like that now.
Yeah.
There's so many comedy clubs up there. You go, who's over at the Rio?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who's over at the Cellar? Who's over at Brad Garrett's?
Stratosphere. Yeah.
And it's like, hopefully it's like guys you all gel with. So
yeah, when I didn't even know it was you until Billy told me, because Billy told me he was in Vegas, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be over at the host night at the Laugh Factory. Are you comfortable?
Yeah.
All right. And he was like, oh, you're working with Jimmy, and I was like, oh shit, it's Shubert. And so then I was like amped, because I love watching you. Like, I think there's comics, like you're friends with, and you're friends with them, and you're cool. But then there's also comics that you're friends with that also you're just like, I love watching them work, and you're one of them. Another person who I fucking was just like in awe of worked with not too long ago was Bob Marley.
Oh, yeah. Bob Marley, someone said, the guy's got 14 albums. He's got 14 comedy albums, an hour worth of material, and like 12 of them are on Maine. Yeah. I mean, that guy works in Maine. He does corporates in Maine. He probably makes a great living, but he's hilarious, dude. He's just funny, period. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know some of this material's about Maine, some of it's about relationships and your mom and your dad and family stuff. He's been a favorite of mine for a while. He's like, he's kind of like, he's like a Boston guy.
Yeah.
But he's got that Maine thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he has that Brian Regan kind of manic like thing.
Oh,
that he-
dude.
Yeah, I
so
caught
much-
a little Regan.
Yeah.
but they're just guys that are like that. I probably came up at the same time, but both hilariously funny. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, but he does have a little of that kind of. He just works clean. He just kills it. He just, nobody knows
Dude.
knows the guy, but he probably makes. I mean, like mainstream, like people would.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Just a crusher. And so one thing I was like, I'm watching your set as a fan of comedy, but then also just like studying your style. Like, you fucking just you hit a punchline, and like there's so many, which I mean, this is how in my opinion stand up is supposed to be. So many tags within your story. It's not like a long setup punchline then another long setup punchline. It's tag punchline tag. Just so many punchlines within.
Yeah, it's like some of it happens on different layers, and I appreciate the kind words that. Yeah, but I work hard on the writing. I mean, the writing thing is, I watch guys like I watched Carlin. I saw him at the Comedy Store. I saw Kinison, and you saw Robin Williams, and you saw all the good
Big RJ.
and everybody. And, like I was working the door at the Comedy Store when all these guys were going up, and I got to watch them and learn from them. And that's the way I remember. That's the way I like comedy. That's the way Dice was another one. Like Zing. I mean, there's just a killer, man. I mean, Harry Basil, who owns the. I mean, dude, when that guy was in his prime doing that act in the 80s with all those movies, dude, you could see people's heads going back and forth. And just it's crazy. But that was like my college, essentially. I learned by watching all these amazing comedians, and you can learn as much from a bad comedian as what not to do than you could learn from a great comedian what to do. And I just like always overwrite. It's my thing. I just always overwrite and scale back and overwrite and scale back. And then you have this nice, and then you kind of layer it in with these funny words like balloon knot and sewer pickle. Hey, I'm trying to relax, and then I go on these crazy fucking rants, and then I calm it down, and it's punchline heavy, and I back out, and I swing around, and I tell a story. And I just think that it's funny. I was watching LeBeau, and I feel the same way, the same way watching a guy like LeBeau, who was he's like a fucking master. He's a Jedi master, and I just he taught me how to do comedy. Like when I was doing comedy in these big rooms, he would take a minute to explain to me what you needed to do to make 5,000 seats intimate, which was like perform the joke, beat a joke, be bigger than, you know what I mean? And so, so I got to see him. I watched his show the same way like you watch my show. You just kind of like, yeah, but it's just the way I work, and I like it. And I think people appreciate it. And if they want to see it, they can actually go on my website, jimmyshubert.com. I just released my new hour special.
What's it called?
It is called Zero Tolerance.
Ooh.
And so it's just zero. I have zero tolerance for all the stupidity that's going on in the world today. I mean, it's beyond dumb. It's ridiculously dumb. I mean, I'm to the point where like if you just got to say a couple of buzzwords, and I will fucking erase you. You will know. I'm not playing these games. I just think it's ridiculous. I think everybody's doing all this fucking, virtue signaling bullshit, and they living on social media, and it's like, it's exactly the exact opposite. You got to fucking make human connections with people. I think it's a fucking game. It's a distraction, and I think people play it, and they're idiots for fucking playing, because if you don't play, then you don't get caught up in it.
So zero tolerance.
So
Zero tolerance. Yeah, zero tolerance. Zero tolerance.
A little bit lighter on the album.
yeah,
What were you gonna say, King?
I was just so I just learned what virtue signaling is, and I think I'm even getting it wrong, but if virtue signaling is coming to the aid of people
like Captain Savaho.
No, well,
explain it to me again, because I feel like
virtue signaling, here you could do something nice for somebody and nobody else could know about it. Like you do just random acts of kindness. You hold the door for somebody. You say please and thank you. You look somebody in the eye. You make, virtue signaling is when you want credit for being a fucking good person. Like you want the credit. Oh yeah, by the way, I just don't like okay, yeah, we got it. I'm doing a 5K. I'm doing a okay, I get it.
He just did a 5K.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He just did a 5K. That's hilarious.
So it's like
and was posting all over social media.
It was part of a challenge. I wasn't like racing for the cure.
Well, the funny thing is I just say like people that just do that shit, like just go do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go do it.
Shut up.
It's like people hashtag. So it goes, oh my god, did you hashtag it? You're so brave. I'm like, listen, you fucking moron. Well, I'm fucking do a 5K. Raise some money for charity.
Good recovery. Oh no, this wasn't for charity.
Go feed some homeless people.
He just wanted to be be able to post it on Instagram.
Shut up.
Right,
It wasn't my idea.
Well, look,
I
some
just
people,
accepted the challenge.
maybe his heart was in the right place at the end of the day.
He won't look at me anymore. If you're watching the show on YouTube, Jimmy is averted.
No, it's like all these people, and you.
What do you mean these people?
Like I'm talking about the people out there and in the corners of the ethers.
Yeah.
All these fucking seething hordes of fucking fucking dumb trolls.
Oh,
with
yeah.
their fucking unlimited hashtags stuck in their cubicle and their fucking hateful job, and really all they're doing is just projecting all this shit in their own life onto yours, and they can do it without having to take credit or look you in the eye when they do it.
Yeah.
Which is quite fucking cowardly. I mean, there's a guy sitting in his basement, hasn't paid his parents' rent. He's fucking playing PlayStation 3 for 24 hours a day, smoking reefer, eating Cheetos, and beating off till his dick's orange from all the Dorito dust. And he's going to make a judgment call on my life. He's going to sign on YouTube and fucking put a negative comment under one of my videos. Really, you fucking scumbag.
Do you ever respond to trolls?
I don't. I don't block them, but I don't respond to them.
See, this is
because if you were sitting in a restaurant and two people were standing there yelling back and forth at each other, it would be really tough to see which one was the idiot.
Yeah.
But if there's just only one guy yelling, go look at that idiot yelling at that other guy. I mean, it becomes quite obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, only if you engage. And besides, I'm not letting fucking some douchebag judge me. I'd go do my life for 6 months.
Yeah.
You'd fucking quit. You'd have a callus on the roof of your mouth from a loaded fucking revolver. Are you fucking kidding me? Go ahead. Someone's talking about stalkers. I go, you'd have to be independently wealthy to stalk me. I travel all over the country. I'm constantly fucking working. And my life's out of a suitcase. I'm on planes, trains, automobiles, East Coast, West Coast, somewhere in between. I've done shows in China, fucking Ireland, fucking
We get it. You're all over, Jim.
He's hoity-toity.
No, I'm just saying, people can't stalk you.
Oh, yeah.
People don't know what the fuck you do. You know how many charity functions I do a year?
Or are you virtual
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I'm just saying.
Got your running shoes on?
No, I'm just saying. Hey, how do you like it, asshole? Say, what a hypocrite. Hilarious. No, it's fucking hilarious.
No, my rule.
Well, you can't find out. I'm just saying you don't know, and you can't make assumptions about people. Like going, well, it's just. I mean, it just seems like, man, lately it's just everybody just goes to that fucking outrage. Like the fucking Lliam Neeson thing. The guy was telling a fucking story about fucking 40 years ago, and they fucking and I just he had to go fucking on an apology tour.
Did you hear what he said that got him through it?
What was that?
What got him over the racism?
What's that?
Speed walking.
Speed walking.
I have a certain set of skills.
And it involves me walking like a half a twister. No. He gets speed walking got him over?
I swear, I'll show you the video after this. Look at your face is like so disappointed. I was like,
I like Lliam Neeson. I do. And nothing you gonna fucking. First off, he's Irish. He's one of my countrymen. So I'm not gonna fucking my Irish ancestry. No. I think all this stuff is bullshit. I think all of it's bullshit. I think the fact that they've tried to run Louis fucking CK out of the fucking business because he jerked off in front of a couple people. Look, fine. Go get some fucking help. Fucking apologize and then let him get on with his fucking life. I mean, Jesus. Guy does 2 sold-out shows at the Biggie. You expect him to go home and beat off by himself?
Well, Ari Shafir was on a podcast. I forget it might have been the Rogan one, but he was talking about like as a guy, he was like, okay, so and that a lot of that happened before Louis became famous. But he's like, okay, so you're working with a girl and maybe you flirt with her, right? And maybe she's flirting back, and so then you ask her out to eat, and she says yes, and then you're like, okay, maybe she's interested, maybe there's something there, and then you go, okay, well, you want to go back to my room, and she says yes, and then you're like, okay, maybe she's interested still, and then you say, hey, can I jerk off in front of you? And she says yes, and that's still not a valid. I was like, oh man,
you'd have to lock up every teenager in America. I mean, it's like, here.
Wait, you talk to teenagers?
No, but I'm just saying, teenagers fucking, these guys jerk off like fucking Migs from Silence of the Lambs, all right? You have to lock up these teenagers. What I'm saying is, well, it's never okay. Women don't take any credit for anything they fucking do. I mean, you're a fucking moron if you go to a guy's fucking hotel room late night, after hours. You're a fucking idiot. What do you think's going to fucking happen? Say, no, another time. I mean, don't put yourself in a bad situation. That's what it comes down to with bad fucking...
You know what people would say to that?
Women don't take credit for anything. He's like, all men are assholes. Well, who raises men? Let me think. Oh, moms. Moms raise men. Women raise men. That's what you're saying. Women raise men. And also, 78% of the teachers are female. So there's a lot of female influence in a child's life. And if you can't teach the kid, he doesn't know how to interact with fucking the opposite fucking gender. By the time he's fucking 4 or 5, he's not going to learn it in some weekend seminar when he's fucking 40. I mean, don't fucking, women raise fucking men. Teach them not to be little fucking douchebags. It's that fucking simple. It's that fucking simple. I mean,
plus you're gonna wind up with a psychopath anyway. Like I always think about this, like whenever it's presented to me to have, like, do you want to have kids? I'm like, yeah, but what if I'm the best dad in the world and then he shoots up a school anyway? Because there's those sociopaths
like Ted Bundy, my
old man was a homicide detective, and he told me, he says the first 5 years of a person's life. He said, if that person is born into a nurturing, loving, caring environment where he's looked after and taken care of and loved, then he will turn out to be a reasonably well-adjusted person. But if he's not, if he's born into an environment where there's neglect and abuse and there's fucking beatings and there's alcoholism and there's just a fucking no love at all in this environment, then you can guarantee he'd walk up and say hi to you, shoot you in the fucking head. He turns into a sociopath. He has nothing to compare it with. He doesn't know what love is. He's never received love. That's all it is. And he'd walk up and shoot you in the fucking head as to say hi to you. But you do. There's a great book out called The Sociopath Who Lives Next Door. And it talks about all kinds of borderline personality people you interact with and engage in all day long. Yeah. Such a stipulation on mental illness in this country that, a lot of people don't like to admit. I have borderline personality disorder. I'm bipolar. Such a stigmatism on mental illness, but so many people are falling through the fucking cracks. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. We got a mental illness problem in this country, really. Yeah. Because, I have a gun. My gun doesn't, I fucking left it out here on the patio. It didn't kill anybody. I came back the next day. I said, let me just put one in the chamber. And I came back and it didn't kill anybody. And then I came back the next day and it still hadn't killed anybody.
You're a shitty shot.
I mean, I also like the idea. I wanted to call back to this, but I think it's hilarious that on the roof of your mouth, there's just one dry spot. Yeah. That just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
That you're just from all the constant attempts at suicide, but you can't do it.
No, because I keep getting interrupted. People will come over to a podcast. People will come over. I go, fuck. Fuck.
Did you taste that Chick-fil-A when I brought it over?
It was delicious.
Was
it
good?
Fucking delicious.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
No, it was great, dude. That was right on time. But no, it was funny. Just the guy he's too busy to commit suicide.
Yeah.
I have engagements. I'm booked 6 months out. I can't let my book it down.
Fuck.
Look, as soon as I'm done this run, I'm telling you, hey, good news. You just filled up. You just fuck.
Yeah, dude. You're just like this, the big email. Bing. Call back. Fuck.
And what's great is suicide.
My big break. I got to go back for the callback.
Suicide is another thing.
That's hilarious.
He's too busy to kill himself. Would be great.
And it's just suicide is just the one thing on his to-do list. He's on the bottom of his list right now.
But it's a typical thing. When you no longer make anything the most important thing in your life, then it comes calling. Like I was out here when I was a kid and I left after Sam died in '92, and I said, well, fuck it, I go to Florida. I'll do whatever, cruise ships or whatever. I'll do some club work. I'll just work out of Florida. It was a big enough state to work there. And I really started kind of focusing on getting ready, just doing a lot of writing and trying to find my voice and everything. And it was funny because then it was like, I went up to Montreal. I went up to these like places like I didn't give a fuck anymore, and all that stuff started kind of lining up. The minute you didn't make it the most important, because I tried to get to Montreal 3 times. I said, fuck it. I went up and crashed it. And then I got all kinds of fucking from that. And then I went up to next year and crashed it. And then I went up and crashed it. And then wound up having a development deal. And a couple of them actually came out here and started working on. But I mean, I was just in Florida, minding my own business, playing golf 3 times a week, fucking enjoying my, the girl I was with at the time. And we were just kind of, it was fucking beautiful. And I was working 6 nights a week at this club as a house MC.
Huh.
And it got me really fucking good. I found my voice.
How long were you house MC for?
About 8 months.
Oh, okay.
You do it. It was Monday. It was like 6 nights a week, Tuesday through Sunday, and you had to do fucking 30 minutes up front, 15 in between.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like
30 up front. You okay, Kane?
No, I'm good.
You missed him yawning. Jesus.
I wasn't yawning.
What were you doing?
Agreeing with my mouth open.
Agree with his dick.
Don't you look? It looks an awful lot like yawning, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
So you're working on projects, are you?
That's a great story. She's coming to wake up call. That's great. Try not to take it personally. I'm the only guy talking right now. So you're nodding off.
I wanted to ask you because I was talking about and I told you I wanted to ask you on the podcast. I didn't want to ask you up front. With you being such a crusher, and I think everybody knows that, you're when somebody goes, oh, Jimmy Shubert, or you seen Shubert, people will be like, oh yeah, he's a crusher, right? Is there anybody either early in your career or even to this day that you had trouble following, or were like, oh man, this is going to be difficult?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely. James Johan out of Kansas.
Don't say me. Well, I'll just take me out of it.
No, let's. Yeah, I'm right here, Schubert. No, but James Johan, I remember I had to follow Arsenio Hall one night. I remember I had to go on, after Dice in the original room. I mean, the fucking, and, go after Joey Coco Diaz, or just guys who just fucking Brian Haltzman. I mean, it's just, it's.
Do you ever get that to this day? Is there anybody today that you see and you're like, man, this might be tough to follow?
Dude, I think David Tell's one of the funniest people on the planet. I wouldn't want to follow Doug Stanhope or Joe Rogan or Bill Burr. I mean, those guys are just, unless, they're working on new stuff. No, but I mean, they're all fucking, these guys are all fucking monsters. They're all, I mean, it's so funny because now the Comedy Store is so happening. It's like, it used to be a gymnasium, and now you got to bring your A stuff all the time. It's a great place to go work. I go on the road now, work on all my A stuff.
Yeah.
That whole bit I did, that whole 15-minute bit, it's a brand new bit. So I went.
Which one? The
going from the Shark Tank.
Oh yeah.
Shark Tank with the lock, and the guy clips off your finger, and then you go to the perfect hamburger patty maker, and then the exit row seat's kind of funny and new, and also the technology.
Dude,
it's just that whole hunk is brand new. It's like 20. That's probably about 15 minutes of just brand new stuff that just came together. And that's another reason why I love doing the Laugh Factory Vegas. It's a great place to work on. You get 2 shows back to back every night, and every night I'm looking at my notes. I'm going to go, I'm do this bit tonight. I'm going to work on this bit twice tonight. I get to do 2 bits. They videotape your stuff. They can give you copies of your sets so you can go watch them. I mean, that's really kind of that's like going to the lab.
How do you?
It's a great nucleus of people from all over the country.
Oh yeah.
So you really get a good gauge if
that's a good point.
If
yeah.
this stuff will play because there's people from everywhere. It's intimate, but it's also big, and people can sit. And then it's a great sound system, and it's just fun. And especially if you're working with guys that you like and admire. You came in, that was awesome. But Fraser was there before that. I'm working with my buddy Jason Lawhead. LeBeau came in on the weekend. I mean, it was just a great hang. Gaffney was coming over every night. So,
and I was stunned at the amount of people after Super Bowl, and how great they were.
Yeah,
both crowds.
Yeah,
we had an 8:30 and a 10:30 Super Bowl Sunday after the game.
They were probably the best crowds we had all week.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. They got every joke.
Well, it's probably more exciting show to watch than the.
Well, no, they already
Super
saw. They probably didn't have any. They already saw the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was really uneventful.
Oh, it was awful.
I mean,
I loved it.
I'm sure you did.
No, but that's fine. But it was uneventful. It should have been like they should have gone back and forth. I mean, it was a defensive duo. There's no. Hey, bro, it wasn't like the Eagles.
Hey, bro.
Patriots. It wasn't like the Eagles Patriots, bro. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, I know.
Like
That was a shitty one.
Just constant.
Well, no, why? Because no, it was just fucking good. It was.
Maybe I
drama.
like defense.
Yeah, bro, I like drama, bro.
Well, I like defense.
Bro, you can go eat a bag of dicks.
You just like wins. You know that
Yeah.
No, you
shit
go-
Super Bowl.
No, it was a shit Super
It was
Bowl.
awful.
And Liam Neeson isn't racist or whatever the hell his name is. Liam Neeson. He's not racist. And you like defense, my ass, bro.
You like defense. Who likes?
I'm just gonna have that be the clip. All it'll no context. Just you just going. Liam Neeson ain't racist, and then that's it. I'll just put that up.
No, don't do that. Don't get me in trouble. 'Cause
Don't do that.
Then it'll come after me.
Yeah, exactly.
Racist because you're
Yeah.
Neeson's racist.
Well, how do you feel about that? Because like. You know,
So I
you've
think
been doing well. No, I mean I don't mean the Liam Neeson thing. I just mean in general. Like everything is gotcha culture. You know, it was like.
Dude, that's why I got zero tolerance for it. I'm not playing the fucking game. I'm like.
Which hey, that's the name of your album at JimmyShubert.com.
JimmyShubert.com.
It's
Zero
on Vimeo.
tolerance.
You can check it out. But I just think it's all fucking stupid. I think it is just fucking stupid. I think people are getting played by the media in this country. I think that these cable pundits make millions of dollars keeping us divided. They take these extreme positions. It's no longer about news. It's opinion-based shit. I'm not taking fucking world advice from a douchebag wearing fucking foundation and fucking hairspray. I wouldn't even have a fucking beer with you. You're reading from a teleprompter at a fourth grade level. The story's written at a fourth grade level. You're a fucking teleprompter jockey. That's all you are. I don't give a fuck. You barely made it through fucking, Syracuse University to get your broadcast degree or McGill or wherever the fuck it was. And now you get a fucking broadcast degree and you sit around and write about people's tweets all day. How fucking great's that? How great's that? You get a fucking broadcasting degree from McGill University and you sit around and talk about people's tweets all day. That could be the dumbest fucking job ever.
It's pretty bad.
Have you ever has anybody ever come at you like either like after a show and been like, hey, this really bothered me, or I was offended at this, or
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously do a joke about the kids today, the shooting. I don't know how you get 6 pipe bombs in your house. I mean, is it kind of I had 6 brothers and I couldn't fucking keep a fucking Playboy magazine. My mom would find it in the mattress. She'd find it in the drop ceiling and rolled it up and put it in a fucking boot. She'd find it every fucking day. You go look for the fucking jerk material and there was nothing there.
The jerk hunt.
We go, well, yeah, we hit it. And mom would find it, and mom would fucking throw it out. And you're like, fuck. I just wanted to jerk off.
Yeah, and you had to find that yourself. You didn't go buy
but
jerk
what
mags.
I'm saying is it's just, I just don't understand how, that's part of but that's part of everything. It's part of both parents are working now because the houses are bigger. You don't get, everything's become so much more expensive. And this is what they wanted. Believe me, they want you fucking working. Your kids are at home doing whatever the fuck they're doing. I mean, they get them on all kinds of medications since they're 12 and fucking 13 because he's a fucking little fucking kid who's a little hyper. So you fucking medicate them. They fucking snap. I never in the I was fucking deer hunting when I was 12 and 13 years old. I took gun safety
PETA?
courses. Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, Peter Griffin.
Yeah, but I had 6 fucking brothers. So we would fucking use every part of the fucking deer. We would fucking, butcher it, take it to the butcher. We'd skin it. We'd make fucking mittens and stuff out of it. We actually had fucking, because when it would snow in the winter, we actually fucking, we would fucking put the deer wraps on our legs. I'm telling you. But we used every part of the deer. It wasn't, and like people go, my dad had 6 kids. He got a deer. That was fucking 300 pounds of fucking meat for the winter. My mom could fucking make venison burgers and venison stew. We'd go small game hunting. We get squirrels and pheasants as well. And we just fucking learn to clean it and fucking eat it.
you could have sold those burgers for $1.
Sorry, what's the problem?
Those venison burgers.
Venison burgers. They're good, man.
Yeah,
All
you
that
could
shit.
have. You could have.
But here's the
You
other
could have
thing.
sold them for $1.
Yeah, but none of that fucking meat has chemicals in it either.
You're missing it, Jimmy.
Yeah. What am I missing? What joke am I missing?
You could have sold the venison burgers for $1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the level of comedy we're doing. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's over for $1.
Oh, Jesus,
Sorry, Rod.
Jimmy.
Jesus
Fuck me. I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
I didn't get that joke. I'm the bad guy.
You're not the bad guy, Jimmy. Trust me, you're not the bad guy.
No, okay. So you have had somebody though that's been offended at a show, or has somebody come for you?
People always say shit to me. Like, I do this thing about the peanut allergies. And
Whoa.
And the reason I fucking bring it up It's because to raise awareness. People don't fucking know. It's a life and death situation. I have a good friend of mine. His son is allergic to fucking peanuts. And I had a conversation with the wife, and it's fucking life and death. If he gets the little cross-contamination, he goes into anaphylactic shock. He doesn't have his fucking EpiPen. That kid could die. I mean, I do it to raise awareness. I'm not making fun of it because it's what I say about the whole fucking thing with Mr. Peanut. You wasn't even a party till 10 years ago till Mr. Peanut showed up. Remember?
That's right.
We were fucking trying to make a comeback during the Super Bowl. Mr. fucking Peanut.
Right. Everyone was afraid
You know what I mean?
of it.
But then they ran him out of fucking town. He had his walking stick and his top hat and his monocle. And they fucking broke his walking stick and jammed the monocle up his ass. The guy's down in fucking Hollywood and Vine sucking cock for drug money right now.
Now he's Mr. Penis.
Yeah, he's a shell of himself, really.
Got it.
He's a shell of himself. Listen,
He said it again. I love it. He's a shell of himself.
that's
A shell. You know what's great is my fiance has peanut allergy, severe. She'll die.
Well,
And,
no, but that's what I'm saying. I do it to raise awareness. I mean, I make fun of it,
Sure.
but also you bring it up. I mean, people are fucking sitting on a plate with a cat. People are allergic to fucking cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you just because you're a fucking want to take all this displaced emotional residue in your own life and transfer it over to your cat and fucking bring your cat to Cleveland. Your cat doesn't want to go to Cleveland. It's bad enough you got to go to fucking Cleveland. But you bring in the fucking ponies and all this fucking. I don't know how people do it. It's got to be exhausting to fucking. I travel for a living. I wouldn't have to fucking saddle up a tiny pony and get my fucking bags with the wheels on it. And this is my fucking therapy iguana. I mean, you look at my fucking. This is my fucking CNI chicken, and he has a therapy mouse with him, so I guess 2 animals. He's walking, it's just I mean, at some point, it's fucking enough. If you can't fucking fly, then stay the fuck home. There's people out there that, I'm sorry, if you can't, and all of it's bullshit. I blame the airlines because they really have a lot to do with it. It's all their fault. I mean, if you stop charging people $75 to fly their planes, their fucking their pets across the fucking country, then they won't fucking put them underneath. But some people have lost pets underneath. They fucking gotten too cold or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So they've been sued by the airline. But I mean, it's like, why even fucking subject you? You're going for fucking 4 days.
Yeah.
You think you could just put your cat or dog in a fucking doggy hotel for a fucking couple days? Jeez, you're gonna fucking drag his ass to airports and fucking.
I love it.
I mean, there aren't any lions out in the Serengeti. Go, hey, Fred, don't eat that gazelle. That's Joe. He's my therapy gazelle. I feel bad after the hunts. I feel bad after I rip a zebra's throat out, and he helps me. Don't eat him, please. Don't eat him. I mean, there's no other animal that is arrogant as fucking human beings. To fucking drag a fucking guy. It's not bad enough. You gotta go. You want to fucking bring your peacock with you. I don't know if you know, peacocks not really big flyers. Okay, not big flyers. Why would you bring one on the fucking airplane?
Now, what were you gonna say, Kane?
I was just the first time I heard about therapy pets, somebody showed me a video, and it's of this woman like losing her shit. Right, she's like up against the wall, and I think she's filming herself.
Yeah.
So someone's like, "This is what a therapy pet or a therapy dog does," and I thought it was just dogs. I didn't know it was all the menagerie. I didn't know.
No. It is just dogs. Dogs are trainable to do certain
Right.
things that fucking cats. Can you imagine having an epileptic seizure next to a cat?
It's just
He'll
licking
walk
your
away
fucking-
like he doesn't even know you. He'll fucking play with your shoelaces for 20 minutes while you lay there and do the 911 shuffle.
That's right.
And then he'll fucking grab your fucking debit card, jump on the internet, order 900 cans of premium tuna from Japan on your fucking debit card, and then wake your ass up and blame it on the dog. That's what you're up against with a cat. No, it's dogs are trained to do certain
Right.
things. You know,
Yeah.
I've known dogs that are actually can pick up on human emotions. They use them in domestic violence cases.
Yeah.
When someone's going to testify in a smaller courtroom, the dog knows when someone's getting over emotional or something.
Really?
Yeah, dogs are trainable to do a fucking amazing. Some dogs have been known to sniff out fucking ass cancer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've had certain fucking pit bulls and
Is that what they're checking in the other dogs?
what's that?
Ass cancer.
Well,
Is that what they're checking in the other dogs?
I don't know. I think he just smells my dog.
Did your dog?
Did you
have
just rip
ass
one?
Yeah, just rip one. There you go. I
There's
wait
the
for
ass
a
cancer.
dog to get right up in there, and then I just rip one right in his cake hole.
Make it easy for him.
Because he's got like 10 times the smelling powers that we do. That must be really fun.
Oh man, Does it smell cancer. But anyway, so I saw the girl's like up against the wall, and she's like hitting herself. and
Oh, I've
she's,
seen
like,
this,
Really
yeah.
smacking her, and then the dog is like trying to stop, like putting his paws on her arm to drag her arm down, and then finally like drags her all the way to the floor and starts smelling her. So she just starts sobbing and holding the dog. And I go,
Yeah, well, she's autistic, bro.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
so-
fucking behavioral disorder.
So I was like, wow, that's really sweet that the dogs are that they do that. And then the person showing me the video goes, yeah, she killed herself 6 months later. And I was just like, so the dog didn't do his job.
Jesus
Jeez, why are
Christ.
you showing me this?
No, people are just look. People just are nuts. I mean, it's people just don't. They don't have to.
You can't say nuts, Mr. Schubert.
Well, oh, that's right. Are you allergic to nuts? No, that's my fish over there. I call him Swimmy Shubert.
That's pretty good.
I love it.
That's
I
pretty
fucking
good.
love it.
Swimmy Schubert.
Swimmy Shubert.
What was the thing you said? There was something you saw the documentary or something.
Oh no, I watched because you were talking about how like before earlier in the show you were talking about how like you nurture a child like their first 5 years and they'll be able to be well adjusted reasonably well adjusted after that. I just got done watching American Crime Story. Have you seen that show? The assassination of Gianni Versace, and how fucking I thought it was going to be about Versace. I did not know it was going to be about Andrew Cunanan, but they break down that dude's whole story of like, but they work backwards like Memento,
Oh.
and it's basically all the shit you were saying, where it's like they kind of, they show him as a kid and he's getting sort of everything he wants, and you're like, where does this? You're like trying to see, well, where does this mindset of like I gotta destroy people's lives just to get known?
Well, it's it is. I can see that shit coming a fucking mile away. I stay away from anybody like that. I don't want. I just don't want any of that fucking my job is fucking my life, and my fucking job is tough enough. I don't need fucking people like that. I mean, that's why social media is not really. But you're right. There's people like Andrew Cunanan out there. They're fucking waiting for somebody to come along. They're fucking predators. They fucking hunt. They'll fucking rob you. They'll fucking ruin you. There's just people out there looking to ruin your fucking life. You get in a relationship with a girl and you're happy. Some ex-girlfriend will see that shit online and fucking send some emails or some shit like that, or somebody for no fucking reason. I mean, I talked to my web guy who told me, he goes, there's people out there that have 40 Twitter accounts. They have 40 Twitter accounts, and then they troll Twitter and they look for something to get fucking angry at, and then they'll attack you with all 40 fucking Twitter accounts, and it looks like people are ganging up on you. What the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
And these are fucking bots, or these whatever they are, the Chinese, the Russians that are working these fucking social media platforms. I mean, looking for weaknesses. I mean, it's like really, I think it's fucking stupid. I think the thing that made us great is the ability to make eye contact and discuss ideas and connect with each other as fucking human beings. And all this Facebook, fucking Instagram, fucking bullshit. I mean, what the fuck is an Instagram model? You show fucking you're fucking hot.
You're looking at one.
Yeah. He's a plus size model. He's an
Very
Instagram
plus.
model.
I used to strip at Chunkendales.
On Pale and Chubby night there.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to throw in.
I used to operate. I used to dance. For
I mean, I had it. You didn't have to.
No, I used to dance for them as well, under the name of Pinky, back when I first came here to Hollywood.
I was Piggy.
Pinky, it's fucking hilarious. No, but I just think it's all just a fucking distraction. And I think I got rid of my cable box. I don't fucking have I watch what I fucking I'll watch fucking movies. That's it. I don't watch fucking TV. I think it's all a fucking joke. I think people are getting played by the media. I think they're manipulating people. I think fucking Facebook is the same way. I think they fucking control ads. They control what you see. They control data. It's all about data, how you react to data, everything.
Well, it listens. You'll say something and it'll like you'll say cat, and now you'll start seeing cat shit on your Facebook.
Well, it just happens. I mean, it's interesting. It's just, but that's it. We've been kind of complicit in giving up all our privacy, and we don't even, to the degree that you've given it, the fucking fact that they know everything about you now. They know what you fucking Google search. They know everything. All that information is collected and sent to the fucking big operation. Know exactly what the fuck you're doing. They don't even have to watch us anymore. We're watching each other. We live in a big digital panopticon, which was this prison that was invented by Jeremy Bethany, who was an 18th century sociologist and behavior analyst, and he basically designed this prison. And from one point, you could see all the fucking cells, and all the prisoners had to behave like they were being watched 24 hours a day because they never know who they were.
What was it called?
It was it's called a panopticon. It's a type of prison.
Panopticon.
Yeah. We're living in a digital prison. Is essentially what I'm telling you, because everything is viewable from every fucking point. They know what you're doing. They know that you carry that phone with you.
Oh, I know.
Check it everywhere you
I hate
go.
it.
I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't know that the word. I sound like fucking John Connor from Terminator. The machines are taking over. They have driving Google cars. You know? I'm doing a Schwarzenegger impression
Of John Connor?
Yeah,
Yeah. If Schwarzenegger played John Connor.
Yeah, no, he didn't. I fucked it up. I meant to do what's the kid's name?
John Connor?
No, the actor who played him.
Edward Furlong?
No, Bean.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No,
Sean Bean.
Bruce Willis?
Bean.
Yeah, he played Kyle
J.J.
Reese.
Walker?
Yeah, he played Kyle Reese.
Yeah,
That's right. He played
Denzel Washington?
No, he
All right,
wasn't
bro,
in it.
skip it, all right? Fucking Jesus.
Let it
All right,
go.
you know what? Let it go.
What I like most about Jimmy is when he does that, you're like, I don't want to play your game, whatever it is. See, what I'll do is I'll just go along with it, and then until it runs its course, you just stop it immediately. which
Anyway,
I
my
can
new
respect.
special is available on Vimeo on
He's like, fuck
JimmyShubert.com.
you
You can go
both.
right to JimmyShubert.com.
He really does have zero tolerance.
No, I really. Well, it's just for all the fucking idiots out there. I mean, just all this idiot is he. It's just people just. The outrage culture is getting too fucking much. I just can't.
Have you ever had anybody try and rush you on the stage or try and fight you?
No, but I've had, I've had like something like I made a joke or something. I was trying to fucking make fun of the Me Too situation in a way that but didn't really come across the right way.
Right.
But
That's the thing is people don't understand. Like at some point you have to work out the joke.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. You have to work out the joke. You have to have an environment where you can feel safe to work out the joke.
Right.
And
You need a safe space to work out the joke.
Well, no, you don't need a safe space.
No,
you just need to
it's
know
a
that
joke,
everybody's going
Jimmy.
to know that you're telling a fucking joke and not take you seriously.
Right.
And try to fucking like gang up on you for no fucking reason because of some fucking stupid Saved by the
Jimmy,
Bell, bro. Is
Jesus
this podcast
Christ.
over? Holy shit.
Is this
You have to get it.
podcast over?
Go ahead. You need help up?
Low couch. Hold on. Let me check.
So Kane, so you're watching the.
So anyway, it's really good. You should watch it.
It's called what's it called?
The Assassination of Gianni Versace.
No, the show though. It's called.
American Crime Story. 'Cause
American Crime Story.
They did the People versus O.J. Simpson season 1, which was awesome, and then I'm
Oh, okay. I saw that.
I'm
yeah.
going to the fucking bookstore and I'm picking up all the books that are based on these
Yeah.
shows because they delve into other shit in the books. But like I'm like so. I'm like, that's like 90s nostalgia. I grew up in the 90s, so it's like I can get it, but I don't want to like live back in that day until someone's getting murdered. Then I'm like I gotta see everything.
I feel that way about like World War II documentaries. Like I was just watching one.
Is that you grew up in World War II?
No, but when I was younger, they would play all those movies. I mean, I like finding out the actual shit.
Fucking acknowledge my joke, Jimmy. God damn it! Don't fucking just keep.
No, I'm not acknowledging.
sick of you.
Zero tolerance.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but I just. Fuck, I don't. There's any point. I'm sorry. My story's not important. The fact that I acknowledge his joke is the important thing. I was in the middle of a fucking story. No,
World War II documentaries.
Well, because I want to, like, you thought you knew, and you start watching these documentaries. Like, I didn't know fucking Hitler had a fucking girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Proving
Eva Braun?
Yeah, Eva Braun. Eva Nadoff, the greatest fucking non-love story of all time. Apparently, she was 17 when they met, and he was 40. She wasn't allowed to tell anybody. It was a secret because apparently the guy who murdered half of Europe didn't want to be known as a fucking creeper. He didn't want to be known to keep it on the head. And he actually thought, like, part of his charm was the fact that women actually thought he was sexy. Like, he may not be much to us now, but in 1934 Berlin, he was like the Matthew McConaughey. But he was like...
I mean,
Hitler had a fucking girlfriend, bro. Proven again.
He looks
Chicks
like
always go for the assholes.
he looks like a substitute
Chicks always
teacher
go for
to
the
me.
assholes.
And you're Jewish, so nobody can get offended that you're.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Schubert, huh?
especially not
Yeah,
Swimmy,
spell it the- yeah.
Swimmy Schubert over there.
Yeah, Schubert, German Jew.
And Irish.
I'm not fucking Irish. I'm not a fucking. I'm a goy. But anyway. All right, we got this fucking thing rocking. We're gonna do a little editing on this fucking podcast. I'm sorry, the edible just kicked in.
Oh fuck. You go on stage? You do go on stage after taking an edible, right? But it's just a tiny one.
Yeah. I take like they got like the 10 milligrams. That's all they sell anyway. The 10 milligrams at the store. That's all they sell is 10 milligrams. How much trouble are you gonna get in 10 milligrams? Guys are taking like 100 milligram fucking cookies. I just took a little 10.
I like that when you're on them, you're a little sensitive.
I am a little sensitive.
When I get high, I get sensitive too. Yeah. Like if people say something, I'll go, dude, what'd I do?
I'm very vulnerable.
Like I was fucking. Me and Billy were both fucking with you, and you're like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. And we're like, dude, we're fucking with you.
I know, because then Dom came in and goes, hey, yeah, Jim, like Dom started. I was like, fuck. You can't even take a joke. I'm very fucking. I must have been dropping an egg or something. Must have been having a fucking period. I was very.
Dude, you can't say that.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Right? No one's gonna see this goddamn fucking podcast. We're doing it from my house. You guys don't even have a studio. You had to come over here. No one's watching this fucking. You guys.
We bring Chick-fil-A. We try and.
No, Chick-fil-A got me.
That makes it all worth it, right?
It does make it all worth it, bro. Right there in a nutshell.
Oh fuck, my face hurts.
And people are gonna be like, Chick-fil-A. So you support people that.
You know, bro, I can have a fucking, I can have a fucking Chick-fil-A without fucking, saying, without like, getting all fucking political. It's a hell of a sandwich. That's all I'm gonna say.
It is. I
don't hate gay people, but it's a hell of a sandwich.
I never.
Right?
Do you have gay friends?
I have some of my best friends are gay.
Do you have a black friend too?
Yeah.
A gay black friend who's Republican?
I got a fucking lot of friends, motherfucker. I have more friends than you two guys. Together, combined. All right?
Take that.
Take that, assholes.
I don't disagree. I'm sure that's true. Oh fucking hell.
So have I told you how Jimmy and I met?
I don't think so.
Bend comedy competition.
Comedy competition. I was up there that year. I was.
You were hosting.
I was hosting, and I was hosting the competition. I was doing Morgan.
Sean McCann.
Yeah, Morgan Preston and Sean McCann, and so I hosted it, and then you were one of the guys on the thing. And you were sitting there.
We're at a pub, like a pub.
Yeah, we're just at a pub. And he wears a basket of garlic knots. And I mean, you can just go over there, you can smell it. I'm going, oh, this guy's breath's going to stink after this. Like he's going to be able to knock a buzzard off his shit wagon. And he's just fucking popping him in that 6'8" fucking cake hole of his, And he just fucking popping him and just talking to these bitches like nothing. He had 3 chicks sitting around the fucking table. Talking to him like nothing. Like,
it gets better, Kane. Hold on.
He's just popping in fucking garlic knots, just fucking breathing on him. Hey, what's up? How you doing? And I'm going, this guy must have a fucking dick from here to the fucking beach, because these women aren't waving, they're not making faces. And he's just up there. And I think he just grabs one and takes her out in the parking lot. I go, he's going to get down there, throw a couple fucking tongue darts in her sausage wallet, give her some garlic, his garlic breath inside her fucking, make her vajazz stink. Now her vajazz is going to stink like that. And then I throw a couple tongue darts in the clam sandwich down there. And dude, I was just coming in, I go, and he comes out with a big smile on his face. And I go, look at this fucking animal. He was able to, after eating a big fucking basket of garlic nuts, he was able to fucking take this girl to the parking lot and fucking get a hand job with no contact or whatever the fuck he did out there. But he came back in looking like the cat, like a cat that got caught with the hand in the cookie jar. And I go, yeah, I liked him immediately. Dude, he got close the deal after a fucking basket of fucking garlic nuts.
And so the next night in the competition, like I think you were supposed to. I think like part of the competition as the host, you had to bring up everybody the same. Like, next guest, one of our favorites, so everybody has the same. But as he's bringing me up, he's like, this next fucking guy, fucking garlic knots over here. Let me tell you this fucking story. So he tells the whole story right before he brings me up. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Did you come in second on that fight?
I think so.
Yeah, you came in second. I gave you the MC cheat. Like, I love this guy. But here's a story. You tell a personal story. He goes, these guys almost hang out. Yeah, it was fun.
People are voting. They're like, "Where's garlic knots?" I don't fucking see the name.
Garlic knots.
Oh fuck, dude.
That was so funny.
Oh,
but that was a cool. Like, it's so funny, dude. You do all these fucking crazy road gigs and stuff and run into people. It's like part of what I love doing, but that's why I love comedy.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Bend, Oregon. I shot my first special up at that theater.
Oh really?
Yeah. I shot. When I produced it and stuff. It's like crazy, but.
That's and then I worked with you a bunch at Parlor in Bellevue, where I was the house MC for 3 years. Oh Jesus! Now who's yawning?
That's all right, bro. I'm gonna contact fucking yawn from this fucking guy.
Oh fuck! You all right, Kane?
Oh my
Fucking garlic knots.
Dude, garlic
Fucking
nuts.
garlic knots over there.
Oh,
Garlic nuts. That killed me. That was so
Look at
fucking
you guys.
funny.
You're doing our podcast here, and you can see obviously. I mean, during the day I practice magic. I got my cups up there.
do you do magic? I heard you talking something about magic in like just as like your own thing or.
Yeah, I've been doing this since I'm 9.
Oh well, I don't know, Jimmy. You don't have to
Magic
fucking
table.
come with me.
Alright.
This energy,
I gotta
this
think
dark arts
You are
energy.
fucking very sensitive.
I have zero
Alright.
tolerance for. Oh,
Shit,
here we go.
quarter.
What's that?
It's quarter.
He's gonna get it from behind your ear. Look at it. He's fucking like.
What can you do?
Look at. He's like, fuck you.
What can you do? to this?
I don't fucking play with quarters though. I use grown man coins and cards and everything else. I'm not doing it now.
So if I had a silver dollar, you'd probably do something
I have a
with it.
silver dollar. Just
Ooh,
relax.
do you have a silver
just
dollar?
Relax. I'm not going to do it now.
Oh, I got this.
Let's finish the fucking. Let's come.
That's my poker fucking card holder.
Is that your poker card holder?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the fucking? That's the poker card holder right there.
Yeah. That's probably. I don't want to grab your dick.
No, just grab my wrist. Would you just grab my wrist?
Yeah. What the fuck?
How'd you?
Okay.
It's mine now.
Okay, so everybody listening right now is going, "What the fuck happened?" But
No, see, that's why you don't do magic.
but we got the video, so this is how you tell them to go watch the.
Well, they're going to fucking break it down. Watch it back in
Jesus.
slow motion. You go, there it is. What is that?
Yeah, exactly.
then someone
Get the
will leave
trolls.
comments and
Their 40 accounts. They're gonna email you.
I have it fucking like I just put out the troll bait.
Oh.
Here they come.
This
Have you-
Liam Neeson apologist just did a magic trick that I broke down.
When I first did a magic trick, I wanted to kill a black man.
Dude, it was.
That's gonna be the fucking clip.
No,
Oh, yeah.
don't be a dick.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with
But
you.
I mean, what was he thinking?
Oh, dude.
What was he thinking?
that's
he
what I
didn't
was-
even have to tell the story. They
Yeah.
asked him, "How did you get to that place?" And he goes, "It's a dark place many years ago. And a good friend of mine got raped, and
I think it was a family member. He said.
yeah, and he was fucking angry, and he was walking the streets, and those thoughts would pop into anybody." He said, that's the basis of human reactions at our fucking Abdullah Longata, our lizard fucking brainstem. Dude, I was watching a fucking. It's a great thing. I saw this woman fucking pull down her pants and shit in a fucking Starbucks, and then pick up the fucking turd and throw it at the dude. All right, I've been mad at people before. I never been. I'm gonna fucking drop fucking trowel, fucking shit on the floor and throw it at you, man. I've never been that fucking guy. But people get fucking angry, and he was being honest about his emotion or about the place he had to tap into to fucking do an honest portrayal or whatever. And so he's going to get away with it. It's not even close to what I think. People are just so fucking sensitive now.
The thing I was wondering though is I was, because my first thought was that is like somebody says your cousin or so whoever was raped and you have that initial thing like I want revenge. And they say it's a black man, so you're like okay, it's a black man. But I'm wondering if the girl would have said it was a white guy, would he have done the same thing? Would he have walked the streets looking for a white guy? With a thing.
I think you would have walked the streets to fucking get revenge, to get even. And it didn't make a difference who it was. If you've been wronged or you find, fuck, I'm going to find this fucking guy. Try to find the guy who fucking did it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would fucking do. I'm not going to go fucking put a couple fucking rounds in a guy who didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that might be one of the things too, is that he was saying he was just waiting for any black bastard, as he said in the interview, to basically kind of come at him the wrong way. And I think that's one of the things that people
Do you think once it came out of his mouth,
that he,
like as soon as he was like, I was looking for any black bastard, like he had to think about it, and that's what came out. And do you think as soon as that happened, he was like, oh,
can we go back?
oh no.
Well, you know,
Oh,
what,
no.
look, you know what the problem here. This is what happens when you're not willing to fucking have a dialogue. If you're willing to have a dialogue, then have a fucking dialogue about it and fucking talk about it. Dude, there's fucking, they act like fucking. Look, I don't know what the experience is like being an African American man in the United States. I have no fucking idea, nor am I going to pretend to fucking know. I don't know how, but there needs to be a dialogue here, bro. Look at Chicago. Black on black violence. They're killing each other at such an alarming rate. It would make the freaking KKK envious. And I'm not, but I mean, your refusal to look at that shit. I mean, that's black on black violence. That is responsible for more black deaths than anything. I mean, seriously, the gang violence. It's, you have like. someone said that we're like number one in gun violence, and if you took away 5 cities, Chicago, Detroit, Miami, Baltimore, and Los Angeles, we dropped number 2 from the bottom.
Really?
Yeah. So
Damn.
Yeah, and so I'm just saying, look, there's a dialogue needs to happen. I mean, it's it's just something that's always going to come up until it's discussed. I mean, dude, look what remember what they were doing that joke, the All in the Family and the Jeffersons.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't even do a show like that.
Oh, dude, I know.
Do a show like that now. At least they were having a fucking discourse about it. At least they were trying to kind of make light of it and kind of point out all our faults as human beings. We're human beings at the end of the day, and I don't give a fuck what color you are. You come at me and treat me like a man, and you treat me with respect, I will fucking do the same with you. And if I get to know who you are, I'll fucking probably love you. Like I do. Like I work with a ton of people that in this business over 30 fucking years, and friends that you have and make. And it's just I don't have a racist bone in my body. But it's interesting to watch. People's overreaction to this. Look, when there is a real story and these people overreact to something like this, which was probably innocent enough, he was just talking about, if he doesn't say it, nobody ever fucking knows it. It was just something that was going on in his fucking head, and whether it was fucking therapeutic for him to get it out and say it, and I've come to grips with it, and I'm sure African Americans do with the same fucking thing. I'm sure there's African Americans out there that fucking hate white people.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hate you with a fucking passion, and they'd soon stab you in the fucking neck with a fucking pencil as fucking talk to you. I'm sure it goes the other way. I mean, we are human beings here. You can't just claim it's like it's like the N-word. Well, if the N-word is so bad.
Wait, the what?
The N-word.
What's that?
Well, you know what the word is, but I'm just saying, if the word's so bad, then let's eradicate it from the fucking English language. Because if it's bad when I say it, then it's bad when you say it, and it's bad when you call somebody else it, and nobody wants to be called that. And if it's such a bad word, let's fucking get rid of it. Let's get rid of it from the fucking vocabulary. You don't own a word. That doesn't make any sense at all. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. If it's such a bad fucking word, let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But this is, people want simple answers in life, and there are no simple answers in life. There's no simple answers in art. There's no simple answers, fucking period. Life is complex and fucking happens on multiple layers and stuff, and nothing's just fucking black and white or cut and dry as you would think. I mean, everybody wants to rush to fucking judgment now without hearing all the facts, and that's the thing that really fucking gets me. That really drives me fucking crazy. It's like, can we wait and find out? What's
Well, dude, that's like
and it's a double standard, because you got this guy, the guy that was the governor of Virginia now, is embroiled in some controversy because he wore blackface and he had that stuff on, and he's a Democrat. I mean, if he was a Republican.
You see that?
No.
but
But
they're calling.
How is this still?
Yeah,
Well, no, this is like it was like.
30 years ago.
Okay, I got you.
And so but if he was a Republican, no big deal. But he's a Democrat. Oh, well, let's see what happens. I go, no. If that's the fucking behavior, then let's get rid of it. He should fucking resign. And then he comes up with some bullshit sex scandal to pin on a guy who'll be taking a job if he gets in there. Like it's like I mean. Dude, it's such
the shell game.
Yeah.
And that's like what you were talking about as far as like the rush to judgment, like that thing with the kid wearing the MAGA hat and the Native American dude and the black.
If not for the MAGA hat, bro, that's a non-story. No one fucking watches that. They edited it. But the problem is the media is becoming like the little boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
And you're actually doing yourself a fucking disservice, because I'm saying that shit does go on, but when you do all these bullshit things,
right,
then when something real fucking happens, they go, oh yeah, I don't buy it this time. I don't believe it. And that's what they're fucking doing. They're so, Donald Trump is this fucking rock, and they are all crashing their ships on this rock because of fucking hatred. It's not even fucking earned. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, I got to be honest with you. The guy, 4 years ago, the guy was fucking a reality fucking TV star. Everybody loved him.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the podcast. How like rappers used to reference him in podcasts. I got Trump money, and be like Trump, and this and that, and then now it's like
Home Alone. Is that enough of a reference?
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but so exactly. So it's interesting that now all of a sudden he's not. And I got to tell you, he's getting some stuff done. I mean, the numbers are fucking clear and cut. They're the lowest African African American unemployment, the lowest Latino unemployment, the lowest Asian unemployment, the lowest fucking women unemployment in the. I mean, come on.
In government, like he got them all out. Thank God.
No, but just in jobs. But manufacturing jobs are coming back, and all these jobs are coming back, and the economy's supposedly doing well. But I mean, it's like, that's like not enough. Like this doesn't make a difference. They're not covering that. Oh, what about? I just think it. I am what you would call a real fucking independent. I am a libertarian. I think the Democrats and the Republicans are both full of shit.
Right.
But as watching as a completely neutral observer with no worse in the race, I think it's very one-sided coverage, and they keep trying to fucking get him. I got you. They want to impeach the guy, and I go, listen, the mistake you're making is, listen, he's not a politician. He's a fucking businessman, and he knows that all the I's have to be dotted and all the T's have to be crossed. And you're not going to fucking catch him in a bad situation because he wasn't fucking sucking the cock of corporate donors for the last 15 years as a career politician like fucking Pelosi and fucking Dianne Feinstein and Chuck Schumer. They're a bunch of fucking amateurs. They've done nothing in their life except serve government, which doesn't fucking work. They never had to raise $1 million, fucking sell products and make your money. I mean, Trump, I think, has real world fucking experience in doing shit. These people on the other end of government have none. They're government fucking flunkies. And Bernie Sanders is a fucking 77-year-old socialist who combs his hair with a fucking balloon. I mean, you've been there for fucking 30 years, Bernie. You've been there for 30 fucking years. You're part of the fucking problem. I mean, if you didn't do it in 30 years, what makes you... I mean, come on, it's all fucking bullshit. You can say what the fuck you want. I mean, the reason Trump got elected is because the middle class, they just got tired of getting fucking lied to over and over again. Really? You're going to make it better? You're going to make it better? People just got fucking miserable, and they just fucking... Donald Trump was this fucking hand grenade. They fucking pulled the pin on it, and they flew at the system to blow it to the fucking ground. And I actually got to tell you something. He's exposing a lot of shit. The fucking stories they have to retract, the lies they fucking tell. This isn't fucking journalism. This is a fucking joke. And I know people work in journalism that are fucking really pissed off because they do that shit. Like, they think you're too stupid. You're a useless food eater. That's how they look at you. You're a useless food
You could have pointed at Kane when you said it.
He looked right at you
I know.
first.
No, but you don't
Sitting
get
there
to
with your
fucking have
fucking
the
garlic
American
nuts.
dream anymore. You get to sit on your couch, eat Pizza Hut and Haagen-Dazs and wash it down with Coca-Cola.
That's not the dream?
And work on your type 2 diabetes while you text your fucking vote in on the iPhone over the AT&T network because some fucking douchebag could dance with a fucking star. That's the new dream. And when you realize that all this has been a fucking sufficient distraction and you no longer live in a country that resembles anything of what America could have been or once was, and you call to complain, you'll be talking to somebody in India, bro.
And you can get more jokes like that at Jimmy Shubert, Zero Tolerance.
Zero tolerance.
More jokes like that.
All right, we got to do our Worthless. We have because it's called the Hollingsworthless show. What's wrong?
Nothing.
You okay?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Just stretching my legs. Go.
We do what kind of shoes are those, by the way?
I got these on the Josh Wolf podcast, Chaos with Josh.
Oh yeah,
These are Pumas.
Base Dream, Pumas, Nazi. Do you know that the Puma? First of all, Puma and Adidas were brothers. And
I don't buy this story. I think you tell.
No, I know this because I worked on a trivia show.
Okay, so they were both brothers.
Yeah,
Adidas and Puma were both brothers.
they were the owner of Puma or founder or whatever, and the owner of Adidas. Like Adidas was originally, and I believe one of the brothers split and went to Puma and created Puma. And what does that look?
But Nazis, though.
They were like one of them. I believe was like not a Nazi apologist, but he was like supported it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, "They all right."
It's probably Puma. But anyways, all right, I digress. So we do a Worthless. Enjoy those shoes.
Yeah, your Nazi supporter shoes.
Liam, apologist,
Yeah.
Puma,
Hates
Nazi.
women, or what do we talk about this episode?
Wow, you guys read me like a cheap dime store now. Boy, you got me figured out. Well, thank you for not going any deeper than that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just grab me, fucking both of you, just throw me under the bus. I was just coming down the street. I'll be right there.
You know what we never got to do?
What?
Our try to make someone sound racist segment.
Oh yeah.
We never got to do it. We never got to go, whoa.
Well, he steamrolled it,
Yeah,
so I
really-
couldn't. That's like we do. It's like not a segment that we announce, but like somebody will say something, and we'll be like, "Whoa, dude," and try and make them think
Jimmy,
that they said something.
Jimmy, the best part about the segment is that when you do it to somebody unwittingly, they don't know. It's essentially like of the verbal it's like verbal Twitter. So you say something you don't mean to be offensive, and then we overreact. Yeah, and
you
then
take a ridiculous position.
Yeah.
Yes.
And overreact.
And the best part is watching people try and talk their way out of it makes them sound so much worse. Whereas you're like, nah. And we never got to do it because it wouldn't work on you.
Yeah, it wouldn't work on me. I'm impervious. I'm like, fuck it, unless you got kryptonite.
Also, I'm gonna look into being a libertarian because I think I'm like in that position. I didn't like one way
Independent?
or the other.
Well, you know,
independent.
Well, you know what the thing is, it's like really, it's just, because liberally, I'm very liberal socially. I don't have any problem, but I like
Any problem with what?
anybody. I got no problem with anybody.
What does that mean?
Fucker. Nice try. It wouldn't work on me. It wouldn't work on me. It's pervious.
I swear to I was like, as soon as you said independent, I'm like, that's me.
Yeah,
I didn't like any fucking choices. Everybody was like, I remember when it came up, it's like everybody was saying you're not voting for Hillary, and then the assumption was you're voting for Trump. But it's like, I don't like either option.
How do you fucking? She's a fucking Hillary was a fucking Batman villain. Donald Trump was like, at one point you just wanted to mush them together and call it clump. Fucking a comb over coming on you on a set of cankles in a fucking pantsuit. That's fucking having coffin fits and not releasing his tax returns. I want to be president. Yeah. I know, no, but it's like, it's such bullshit. I don't even fucking play anymore. I don't watch. I don't care.
All right.
I'm just minding my own business. I got plenty of shit I got to do. That has nothing to do with whether fucking Trump, what he says or what his Twitter account says. I got shit to do.
Oh yeah.
I got so much shit to do. I had to work on my website. I had to do the production and release my fucking special. I got a lot of shit going on that I had to work on without fucking waking up and looking. I gotta see what Trump's tweets are today. Did he shit? Donald Trump shit today. Donald Trump shit today. Oh my God, Donald Trump shit. He had some soup. I fucking hate Trump. He shit and he had some soup. What else? You're like, what are you, are you a fucking mentally encumbered fucking douchebag? Go get a life.
JimmyShubert.com.
Go get a fucking life.
Zero
you
tolerance.
fucking loser.
You.
And go buy my special.
Go buy a special.
Go buy my special.
Right on there.
Do I know how to sell or what?
Oh,
Do I know how to sell?
Come on. We'll take a picture of Swimmy Shubert, and you can like that photo on our Instagram.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just all getting so silly. And I don't know where it ends. I don't even know if it swings back and becomes normal again.
what do you mean normal?
Exactly.
Hold on, we got to do our worthless and worthy. So we do a worthless and or worthy of the week, or worthy. Yeah, we can say either one, whatever somebody wants to do. I'm sure your worthless is probably going to be the media. Worthless of the week, or what? Or do you have something else you want to say as your worthless of the week?
Worthless of the week was the Super Bowl. Worthless. Fucking First off, because you should have been playing the fucking Saints. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a bad fucking call. I think it would have been a much better game with the Saints.
Yeah, you got Drew Brees going against Brady. That would have been great.
I just think that would have been what everybody fucking wanted. I was so obvious and so ridiculous. And they lost a lot. That fucking, boy, they're in trouble, man. They've lost viewers on top of viewers.
Yeah, was it the lowest in 10 years?
The commercial, nobody even fucking gives a fuck about the commercials. I mean, you got a fucking idiot at the fucking helm. You got an idiot at the fucking helm. I mean, you know what I can't stand? I can't stand a company that doesn't know its fucking brand, like the NFL. The NFL is, you have your own fucking day. All day Sunday, games fucking top to bottom. People fucking, it's right before I gotta go to work. I wanna fucking unplug my brainstem. I wanna watch some fucking football. I wanna watch guys fucking play. I wanna like the gladiator shit. Right? And you fucking ruin it. You fucking ruin it because you don't understand what your fucking brand is. You know what I mean?
Goodell's full of shit.
I don't know. I mean, it's just fucking stupid. Look, people don't want politics in their goddamn football. Get it the fuck out. I know a lot of these NFL players go into communities and do a lot of great fucking work. Then fucking highlight that. Show them what they do. And look, and use that platform rather than fucking disrespect people who fucking died for flag. I just think.
Oh, so you don't support Cap?
No, I don't support Kaepernick. You know what the fucking thing is? I don't support anybody like that. You can't fucking
God damn it! I thought it was.
No, fuck him. Fuck him. You're a fucking shit. You're a shit fucking player. You're a shit fucking player. I mean, one fucking game, he had -5 yards. He's shit. You know, you can't win with people like that on your fucking team. He's selfish. He doesn't give a fuck. When fucking people are talking about more about what you're doing off the field than what you're doing on the field, stay off the fucking field. It's that simple. Go do what he's fucking doing. But I mean, for you to make this guy some kind of fucking hero, he was raised by white fucking step parents. They adopted him. They took care of the motherfucker. I mean, seriously, what is your fucking beef with fucking America? I gotta tell you, anybody's got beef with America has never been outside it. Go to fucking South America. Go down there. Go to fucking Cuba. Go to fucking China. Go see how the fucking people live down there. And you fucking bitch about America. You come back and fucking suck George Washington's cock. You know what I mean? I mean, only in America could you fucking players millions of dollars to play with a fucking ball. To play with a ball. You're making millions of dollars playing with a fucking ball. Give me a fucking bus pass. Jesus Christ. Big fucking deal.
Oh my God. What is going to be the clip this week?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Well, so you
Just fucking take care of me. Don't fucking be an ass.
It'll be the garlic knots.
I will fucking show. I will. Yeah, make it the garlic. That's a great story. No, I mean, really.
Or maybe this.
I just think all this stuff, it's such fucking bullshit. It's like, come on.
The only, you know what I thought was the most interesting is so you come from a family of cops. I do also. My uncle was head of the gang task force in Portland. Grandfather was a police officer. Grandmother working in the records department. Grandfather on my dad's side was chief of police in San Francisco. So I come from a family of cops too. What I thought was, or that's kind of interesting, is people will say that they support Cap, so they're going to boycott the NFL, but yet nobody is saying, oh, why isn't Kaepernick saying we should have Nike be boycotted when he signed with Nike and Nike does the jerseys for the NFL? It's all just a fucking, you know.
It's all just, dude, the stock went up, the stock went down. Some people burn their shit. Look, here's how I vote. Look, if I don't like what a company's doing, I don't go fucking support it. I don't watch it. I don't do it. If I don't like what fucking Nike's doing, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to support it. I'm not going to spend my money to it. That's how that's what I do. I'm just going to say, if I don't like a fucking company's brand or then I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to participate in it. That's how I vote. I vote with my wallet.
Do you tweet it out?
No, I'm not going to tweet it out because there's a bunch of fucking lunatics out there who can't handle the fucking truth. You can't handle the truth.
I'll rip off your
Who's
neck.
gonna do it? You, Lieutenant Weinberg.
You keep going. Keep going.
50 feet on a wall where they want me dead. They want my men dead. You can't handle the truth.
I love it.
You, Lieutenant Weinberg. I love that movie.
What's your worthless or worth
Worthless
it
is,
or worthy?
Twitter, media in general, and I deleted my Twitter.
So now he doesn't have a Facebook, doesn't have Twitter.
Nope, I'm all
Yeah,
done
he's
with
cutting the fucking ties, and a lot of people should get off it because you listen, dude. I've seen people have more fucking meltdowns on fucking Facebook. I mean, that's a rant that should be reserved for the inside of a therapist's office. Look, you're playing games. You're talking about shit you and 2 other people know about on fucking Facebook as a passive aggressive fucking douchebag. Look, fucking keep your fucking. Play your cards close to the vest. Everybody doesn't even know what fucking, here's an idea. Here's a great idea. Maybe you could let some of these people out there wonder what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe go, I wonder what he thinks. And then instead of fucking blasting out every fucking stupid fucking thought you have all over the fucking Ethernet. It's fucking, I'm sorry, I'm a dichotomy. I don't.
No, it's fine.
I gotta do enough social media to fucking be relevant, but I really.
How much do you hate it?
I think Instagram, I think Facebook, I think Twitter, I think they're internet ghettos designed to eradicate original thought or ideas. I think if you it's just a fucking group thing. Just think like us, or we will run you off, or we will block you. You need to think like us. It's silly. You're being manipulated. You're being fucking played for the fucking fools that you are if you play that game. You really are. I don't watch fucking TV. I listen to fucking music. I watch movies. I don't fucking let these people into my head or into my life. I don't fucking jump to conclusions. Every once in a while, I'll fucking scour the news and look for something to talk about in my act. But I'm just done. I'm done. I'm not.
So what's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is Jimmy Shubert. Twitter at Jimmy Shubert. Jimmy Shubert community fan page. JimmyShubert.com. And yeah, it's all there. I have to be accessible.
I know.
So, that's why you're doing this podcast. Otherwise, you'd think you guys would get together and talk to people for a fucking week if you didn't have to get out there and get your word out there.
Dude, it's so just along with what you're saying, my buddy Kev, I think I might have told you about this in Vegas. He has like 3 million followers on Instagram, and he's a great comic. But he's got the social media game down. And for the longest, I mean, I think I have like that old school stand-up mentality where I like was just fighting against it. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do all. But so this year, my goal is I'm like, okay, every day I got to do something on social media, and I'm trying to embrace it and everything.
No, look, I do it for. Here's what I'll do. I will promote my tour dates. I will fucking go on and tell jokes. I will fucking write jokes on Twitter. I'll do fucking promote my things I got coming up, but I got some great fucking show business news. I'll put it out there. I'm not going to talk politics. I'm not going to weigh in on fucking stupid situations. I'm allowed to fucking think the way I think, and I don't have to tell you what I think, and I don't have to explain to you. I certainly don't have to tell you who I vote for. Back in the day, I asked my grandparents who they vote for. They said it's none of your business.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. That's the politics I grew up with, though. So, I mean, it's none of your fucking business. Focus on your life. Focus on your life and your fucking dreams. And you can use social media to do it. I'm just sick and tired of it. It's like not everybody, maybe some people shouldn't be on social media because they can't handle it.
Yeah. Good.
What are we both looking at?
Yeah, exactly. All right, my worthless of the week. These fucking mopes that say it was a shitty Super Bowl. Fucking idiots, right? That fucking defensive game is great.
Oh, God. You're my worthless.
Yeah. Really quick. We're gonna have a Patreon set up for HollingsWorthless. You can go to bigirishj.com and
It's Patreon.
you don't know
A giveaway.
Do you know what that is?
It's a giveaway.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, so you could have set up a Patreon for your special, so to speak, or I'll tell you about it after this.
Okay,
People don't want to.
Okay.
But just look for that. And yeah, Jimmy Shubert at everything. JIMMYSCHU.
No, SHU.
SCHU.
Like the theater, if you want to laugh for an hour straight, go get my new special, hour special. It really is funny.
Honestly, I don't. Anybody that listens to this podcast knows I don't say this for every guest, but I would say one of the fucking funniest people alive right now.
My head hurts from laughing.
Well, thank you, man.
In this room.
Funniest person in this room. Well, go get my special.
Well, not funniest. I mean, one of the funniest.
One of the funniest.
In this room.
Certainly got a better hat than both of you.
Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, thanks for having me, bro.
All right, thanks.
Good seeing you, man. Go.